All right, so we're getting started here, Tuesday Brews Day, and the first deck that has been submitted that we're going to be touching on today is from Midnight Paladin, and this is a Draconic Random Encounter. I love this so much. If you're not familiar with Random Encounter, by the way, guys, it is a sorcery for 6. Shuffle your library, then mill 4 cards. You put each creature card milled this way onto the battlefield. They gain haste. At the beginning of the next end step, you return those creatures to their owner's hands. So this is one of those where, in order to make this card work, you need to have a lot of big, powerful creatures, right? Because you need to be spinning just big nonsense consistently and have them like be impactful, hopefully enough to win the game, right? It's a 6-mana sorcery. If you're resolving a 6-mana sorcery, that thing better give you a stunning amount of value, right? Well, and so let's see. How did Paladin do that? The curve looks good. Seeing this much nonsense at the top, that's what I want to see. Yeah. The brew got hella bumped. It did, yes. So thank you. I believe Gaz dropped a ton on it, so thank you for that. So we got the Trumpeting Carnosaur, really solid 6-drop. It can channel for 3. Twinmaw Stormbrood, it's a 2-drop removal spell, but could also be a 5/4 flyer that gains you life. Not a bad hit. These kinds of cards that are like good playable spells and also not whiffs on your big slot machines are exactly where you want to be. I love that. Spinewoods Armadillo, speaking of which, you can channel it, go get a land, gain a little bit of life, or 7/7 reach ward 3. Sick, that works. Stormkeld Vanguard, another one that, like, this is one of those cards that I never would have, like, clocked as being playable in 2025, but in this kind of setup, it's perfect. So, destroy target artifact or enchantment for 2. So, it's a sorcery speed, like, naturalize, which is fine, but, like, not great. And but it's a 6/7 with Daunt, this evasion where it can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. So the Stormkeld Vanguard is unchumpable, right? Like only meaningful blocks will be accepted. And that kind of, even that little bit of evasion could be a huge difference. So I love that. Then Anticausal Vestige, because hell yes. And Bahamut, because also hell yes. See my previously mentioned hell yes. And we also have Roxanne, Starfall, Savant. This card is wild. It is a 5-drop that dies to freaking Lightning Strike or Helix. But for some reason it works. Like, it's shocking how much value this card can provide in these kinds of, like, big ramp greed decks, because you get that immediate meteorite upon entering. You do some damage, which is very meaningful. Like, the sum of the parts comes together to be a really awesome whole. So, delightful. And, let's not do the thing I'm about to do and dwell on the fact that I just referred to a really awesome whole while looking at a cat girl. Let's move on. All right, we also have the Bloomvine Regent. Again, we have a ramp spell and a good hit on the top. Rage, I hear you. Sagu Wildling, also, like, it's a bushwhack. That's also a dragon, and Dragonhawk. If Dragonhawk sticks with haste, and hell, good morning, hello. Also, Rage, good morning. And yeah, Pappy, hello. Yeah, Roxy Jabral Commander. She's real good for that. But yeah, so Dragonhawk is one of those where if you can get the ETB and the attack, especially with 2 or 3 other creatures on the battlefield, that will provide a shocking amount of damage at the top end. So, like, you'll be fine. Yeah. Pacey, maybe, perhaps. I was trying for subtext, and then it just became text. So we also have Summon Fenrir in here to help ramp us up, which is solid. The Embermouth Sentinel. Hold up. Wait a minute. I got to reread this. So it is a Chimera for some reason. 2/1 for 2. When it enters, you may search the library for basic land. Reveal, then shuffle, put that card on top. If you control a dragon, you put that card onto the battlefield tapped instead. This is up there with the Stormkeld Vanguard as the kind of card I never would have anticipated. But I don't hate it. Like, it seems like it's interesting here because it is going to help fix your mana, which is very real. And additionally, like, if it's in your spin, it's going to ramp you, right? So, like, that doesn't feel terrible. And it can help. Okay, so if it's in the random encounter spin, it enters, yeah, triple entendre, you know it. So when this enters the field, if it's entering alongside other dragons, you get to ramp up. And the reason I think that that's relevant is because Random Encounter is a 6-mana sorcery that can flashback for 8. If you spin into an Embermouth Sentinel or Fenrir, or maybe both, like, they're going to be spotting you additional lands to help get to the flashback. That's really clever. I like that a lot, actually. I'm here for it. And in the early game, it also just helps, again, fix and ramp. So, yay. Llanowar Elves never wrong. Callous Sell-Sword. If we're in this random encounter situation, rather than pick one of our dudes up, we can also just throw it for lethal. That card's good. Yeah. Okie doke. Yeah, and now the mana base. I feel like we need to have a chat about the mana base. So it's 18 lands, which I could have just counted, but I word good. I don't math good. So it's only 18 lands. That seems like borderline absurdly low. However, the Sagu Wildling can help find us a land. So Sagu Wildling can help find us a land. Embermouth Sentinel helps find us a land. Fenrir is giving us an additional land. So I don't love that idea. Like, I'm not willing to count Fenrir as a way to fetch lands because this is giving us an additional land drop. So, like, if we miss a land drop but ramp with Fenrir, like, we just paid for our land drop. That sucks. Dredger's Insight also can help us find lands. Bloomvine Regent puts a land onto the battlefield and one into our hand. So that counts. So at the end of the day, you know, we've got some ramp. We got a fair amount of ramp, actually. But we have, 14 cards that can help tutor up lands. And if the slot machine is going to be successful, we need to not hit lands with it. So I can appreciate the focus on the early game being stripping lands out of the deck and getting them onto the battlefield, and spending a lot of cards to do exactly that. I can appreciate that idea, and given the mechanics and the function of this deck, I get why that is. We want the random encounters to be especially powerful. It's risky. It's risky. Like, I would say having like 20 lands with this kind of a setup would also accomplish the goal. But this was submitted with 18, and I believe Midnight Paladin had been working on it a fair amount. We actually even randomly queued into this once on the ladder. Paladin was playing it. And it actually looked okay. Like, they were actually able to fire the random encounter. So, I'm happy to, yeah, I'm okay going for it. Yeah, I am okay going for it. And then in the sideboard, we got more swords. We got Frolicking Familiar, which I'm not sure which matchups we want to bring that in for. Stormshriek Feral. 2 discard a card, draw 2. That's solid. Yeah. More Twinmaws. Okay, so with this sideboard, I see a lot of other options, but also a plains and an island. I'm wondering if was there a data import error? Like, this is wild. I'm assuming that there's a plan here, but some of these cards do not look like sideboard cards to me. Like Stormshriek Feral, I don't know, like, in what matchup do I want this in the sideboard rather than the main deck? I don't fully understand that. I'm at a little bit of a loss. Additionally, I think the plains and the island, so I just mentioned having 20 lands. I'm pretty sure those are supposed to be in the main. I could be mistaken, could be wrong. Pretty sure we need those in the main. Yeah. Although, to be fair, like, Frolicking Familiar is the only blue, so the island is kind of irrelevant. Unless we bring in Ureni, of course. Unless there's something I'm missing. But yeah, so yeah, Pondalis, we do have some of these other splashes, but that's also what starting town's for. Like Callous Sell-Sword, for example, like, you know, it's really just here for the fling. Yeah, and having one of the different splash colors with basics down, given that we're rocking, you know, Spinewoods Armadillo can also help us fetch lands. So sorry, I said 14, there's 16 of them. But yeah, Spinewoods, Sagu Wildling, and Dredger's Insight, yeah. All right, so I'm bringing the lands. I'm making the executive decision to bring those lands in, and I'm curious what we should cut. I'm thinking cutting one of the Sell-Swords. And Twinmaw Stormbrood also kind of feels like a sideboard card, but I also don't want to strip this too much. I don't want to miss our hits. I'm gonna put one. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna get weird. I'm going to leave the island in the sideboard, but I'm going to bring the plains in because we have the Twinmaw Stormbroods, and we're rocking a power 61. So let's go. All right. Let's try this thing. Let's see what we can do. We're on the play. Let's go. Okay, we have starting town. We have the Llanowar Elves. We have Dredger's Insight. This is so freaking greedy. But the reality is, this deck has a very greedy mana base. So let's hit it. If they pull this bird, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be so sad. The bird is unbolted. Sagu Wildling. Let's go search up a basic land. That is a Forista. This Forista is gonna come on down, and then we are going to Dredger's Insight. And hopefully go grab another land, and it happens to be a Forista. Huzzah! Oh man, we're doing it. We are doing it. I haven't learned a thing! Here we go. As for original Espers, sure. It's turn 3, which means that's a go. Let's go ahead and hit this. All right, one in the land, one in the hand. And let's go ahead and punch a bunch. We're about to have a turn 3 Roxanne. I think this is good. Hey, you guys, I'm feeling good. Trailblazer, okay. Yeah, I feel like we're doing okay for an 18 land deck. Who's this Mimograph? You run Mimeoplasm like Mimeograph Real Sector? Oh, yes, that is a great, that is a great shout. Okay. This Trailblazer is so dead, you guys. It is so dead. The sheer quantities, the sheer volumes of dead. I would like to discover 5, please. Sagu Wildling? Sure, I'll rock out a flyer. That is acceptable, in my opinion. So yeah, we attack with Roxanne, make the Meteorite, blast the Trailblazer, because that's their card draw engine and a critical part of what they're doing. They take this trade, which they should, to be sure. That makes sense. You see what I see? Let's go? Question mark? All right. What else we got? Still no random encounters found, which it's a little awkward. It would be nice to find one of those. We're 24 cards deep, and it's a 4 of, so, you know. And we can cast it from the graveyard, so, like, milling it's fine, too. All right. We do say big dinosaur. We do. That big old dinosaur. Yeah. So humans are gonna multi-tap. Sure. That makes sense, as they should. But yeah. Roxanne. I'm gonna put on whatever lights I want, and that is what it is. All right. Let's rock out a fresh Wildling too, because why not? And the time for punching is upon us. So our deck is thin. The amount of action we have on this battlefield is disgusting. And we've cleanly eliminated 2 Trailblazers because Roxanne's nuts. So they have the Sure Shot. They have the Battlecrier. I mean, they got a powerful setup here. They got a good thing going. But I have 6 in the air plus a lot of Trample and Roxanne. So actually just the Sagu Wildlings and Roxanne is lethal. Oh, positive. We all heard it. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, no, we know. Oh, wait a minute. No, the Sure Shot has reach. Got him. Excellent. Oh. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. All right. Well, I feel like Ureni could be pretty decent here. What else? I feel like Stormbroods are like, that's a 4 of faux show. And we can shave down a skosh and a hair on some of these other pieces, methinks. Back down to 61. Let's keep it moving, baby. All right. Yeah, that seems pretty good. That seems legit. Yeah. So, what's better? Random encounter or terminal velocity? Terminal velocity, or random encounter allows you to go up on cards. Terminal velocity, the card equivalent. Terminal velocity is the sorcery where you have to take a creature from your hand, put it onto the battlefield, it gets haste, and then you have to sacrifice it, but then it deals damage when it does. Like, it crashes into stuff. it's a cool idea, but you have to go down 2 cards to do it, and you only get 1 creature on board, whereas random encounter, you have less control, but you have a much higher, like, the card economy is just so much better. All right. This is, this start is nowhere near as good as our last turn, but we got 3 lands, we got removal. Let's do it. And Zachos, good morning. Hello, how we doing? Welcome, welcome. All right. Embermouth Sentinel. Terminal velocity is Ghalta into Nemesis for the insta-kill. Okay, if you're doing that, like, that's... I mean, insta-win combos are insta-win combos. Like, those are always fun, but card for card, what's better? Yeah. Spectral Denial, let's go. Cry Battle. All right. Yeah, I'd rather you didn't. Pop, pop. Hell yeah. Hey, no, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it doesn't... that idea sounds very fun and very interesting. All I'm saying is that it doesn't necessarily mean... That doesn't necessarily translate to that card being, you know, consistently good. That is all. Okay. So they got this this sure shot. Battlecrier. Okay. That's Fenrir 100% doing their job. 100%. To say I'm not mad at that would be arguably an understatement. All right, let's just hit this. I want just stats. I want to be just loaded with stats. Dick. So Netzash, hello, Adamantors with Pain for All. Not that I've seen, but probably. Anticausal Vestige, Cactus. This card, holy ballsack. This card has been legal in Standard for so long, and I haven't thought anything of it, and it is a bomb and a half. Like, where the hell did that thing come from? All right. We got a 4/5. It's going to gain a little bit of life on the way down. We got some stats. Okay. Yeah, if Stubborn Denial isn't good. Exactly. Well, Potatoes, I think you're in the minority, though. Like, I don't feel like that many other folks were onto that card, and recently it has been absolutely everywhere. What, Kona? Yeah. Yeah, how was this not a thing this whole time? Well, Kona was... People were trying to make Kona work for a very long time. Station unlocked it. Yeah, Station unlocked Kona in a big way. Let's run this back. Those Spectral Denials were devastating. The fact that they were able to cleanly hit 2 counterspells at times when I desperately needed to set up, yeah, that was not good. Yeah. The last hand was vaguely tempting, but yeah. All right. Oh, I should have led with that. Whoops. Oh well. Eshki, team first build. Oh yeah, only creatures power 4 more. Let's go. That sounds like the kind of thing that these opponents are doing. Yep. Should have let off with the forest. Should have let off with the forest. Oh well. And Pappy, cheers. Thank you. Why, hello. Get a second mountain up in here. Do we... You know what? This is going to allow us to... allows us to ramp and draw a card, if nothing else. Or just pull the Spectral Denials. This clearly came in from the sideboard. I don't know if they have 4 of them in there, but, like, I bet they do. And it's working. Like, flawlessly. And I'm incredibly butthurt about it. You need to be destroyed immediately with everything I have. Cactus Sure Shot, you are the best card in that deck, therefore, Get wrecked, gone, destroyed. Get out. Be done. Be gone, you prickly bitch. I think, yeah, be gone, you prickly bitch. That's, I stand by that. Those are words I said. Here we are. All right. For those of you who don't hablo Phyrexia, Eldrazi is Spanish for the Drazi. That was not great, but we did at least... I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, Dragonhawk's not bad. Crunch, crunch. Boom, boom. The Nino, exactly. I got it, Zach. I knew I could trust you to pick that up. Thank you. All right. And if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, Chris Farley was a freaking legend. That is all. I stand by it. A token deck with a Lightning Army of 1. Mirthan, really? Good work. Lightning's one of those cards where, like, man, if she had 3 toughness. Man, if she had 3 toughness. That triggering twice off Roaming Throne is pretty dope. I didn't come here to not randomly encounter stuff. Bruh! Yes! Midnight, I love this deck. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Amazing. Amazing. I can't end, like, I gotta get one more hit. Also, this is the final boss to get out of Platinum. This, if I get to Diamond on the back of Midnight Paladin's, on the back of Midnight Paladin's frickin' random encounter deck, I could not express my joy. This would be the greatest day. So fingers crossed, let's go. Yeah, they need to bump the 750s to 1,000. I wouldn't hate that. Although, actually, the arena economy in the last couple of years has actually shifted to be more consumer friendly. To be fair, that's not hard because it was really bad at first. But like the addition of gold packs, spending gold and gems on boosters in the store is now a significantly better deal than it used to be. It was the exact opposite of shrinkflation. You know, they were like, well, what if we just added more packs when you buy packs? Like, what? Like you're just gonna give us more stuff? Yeah. Which they realized that, like, well, more people will buy the stuff if we do that. And it's like, correct. Thank you for understanding. Yeah. So B-Boot, the random encounter hits have ETBs or attack effects? Both. A lot of them have both. Yeah. As I'm about to pack, yellow golden gems go to drafting sector, and that's a smart way to do it. That is a very smart way to do it if you have the time. If you have the time and you enjoy drafting. All right, so this is the most luxurious deliberation on Thundering Falls I think I've ever seen. But that's okay. Agatha's Soul Cauldron, yeah. Feeling daring today, aren't we? All right. That can be instant speed, so I'm not in a hurry. You had to wipe, clearly. Don't forget to wash your hands. All right. Mako, sure. Again, feeling daring today, aren't we? Prophetic Memory, wild. Never would have guessed. This was dumb. Now they can pull it and give the Mako another counter. Whoops. I never said I was smart. I implied it heavily by broadcasting my games, but I never said it overtly, okay? All right. Well, it was pretty high. Not gonna lie, positive dies. It's if you have a mobile game, it's part of the deal. So this Stormbrood is gonna just blast the Mako. You know a white pause when you see it. Fair enough. So this deck that our opponent's playing is the Vivi Cauldron deck. This is the #1 deck in the meta by 10,000 miles. It just is. It's the thing. Last I checked, which at this point was a couple days ago, this was like 15% of the ladder. Like it's everywhere, and which for any deck is shocking, by the way. And at the most recent Spotlight series, it was over 50% of the decks that made day 2. So gross. It's incredibly powerful. Yeah, it is what it is. And our opponent is also just not present. They might also genuinely they might be having connection issues. That is the positive read on this, you know. Hey, to Blade with that Prime sub, you freaking rock. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah. Jawa, it is completely unhealthy, yes. Which is why when people are talking about, like, oh, will they ban Vivi? And I'm of the impression that they have two choices. They can ban Vivi or lose all credibility with their consumer base. Those are their choices. And that's it. If they don't ban Vivi, they cannot claim that they are, like, reliable stewards of Standard. They can't. That card is just so inarguably problematic. You know? Yes, 32% of the meta on Goldfish, Zach. I don't doubt it. Yeah, Vivi Cauldron Salt Roping. Well, because, you know, when you play the best deck in the meta, you've purchased the win, right? That's how that works. So, like, I can understand being upset when, you know, when you're not allowed to just get free wins. Sure, I get it.
Oh my glob, already more than 1 year? Where is my cake?
Only hug with the Prime sub, you rock. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah. Yeah, it's been more, you know what? Your cake's in the mail, don't worry. It's on its way. Oh, man. Hell yeah. So, gonna get another Mountain. And just like that, we are now gonna have access to Roxanne and the Hawk, which is pretty cool. And without Profts, this Scholar is not gonna get as enormous, which is nice. So this Trumpeting Carnosaur could also just pick this thing off. Unfortunately, the Twinmaw can't. But that is what it is. But Twinmaw can pick off that, which is neat. So Nedzash, the untapped fairy combo? Yeah, it does, actually. Or no, it does not. The Kami, what was it? Kami of... It wasn't False Hope. I love Kami of False Hope. That card is my favorite. Oh. All right. So, Anne rocks. So we got that going. Yeah, but, so no, the fairy combo is no longer a thing. Fuck, piss, shit balls. Pardon me, everybody on the YouTube channel. I try to keep my profanity in check, and I fail constantly. So here we go. This is the problem. This is why this is bullshit. So the amount of power that Vivi's about to have, they're going to be able to generate infinite mana, basically. They're going to have access to infinite mana, and it's going to become infinitely large because of prosthetic memory, so... What? I am very confused. I'm going to deal 2 damage to Vives. This makes a block lethal, right? But what they don't know is I have the Twinmaw Stormbrood in my hand. So that little turd's dead anyway. Get wrecked, turd. All right. Bad words needed sometimes. This package is just so strong. It's just freakishly excellent. And I'm just tired. I'm just tired of it. You know what? I'm gonna hit this. Carnosaurs. Ben V, you think they'll ban the Cauldron first? No, well, you're not alone. A lot of people believe that. And you might be right. I hope you're wrong, but you might be right. Nah. We need to find a random encounter. Here's the other thing that's absolutely BS about this, is the Vivi will be able to stack multiple instances of Vivi's ability because of the Cauldron. And so again, they just have infinite mana. They suck Vivi into the soup, and with Winter Night Stories now in the bin, they're gonna be able to draw basically their entire deck. Like, this whole thing is egregious. Egregious. Like, this feels like a modern power level thing, and it exists in Standard. Make it make sense. So we basically need to draw a random encounter and put enough stats on the battlefield right now to just win this game. If this progresses at all, we're going to sit here for about 15 minutes while we watch them just masturbate and just, yeah, and twiddle away and produce and basically play out their entire deck. That's just how this works. And on top of that, all of you have seen this all before. Nothing they're doing here is new or interesting. It feels very Nadu-ish. Oh my god, yes. No, this is standard Nadu. 100%. Not even, like, there's no argument that it's anything else. Again, not credibly. Okay. That was the top deck we needed. Oh, can we ruin this Spikes day? Tell me we can ruin this Spikes day. I don't think that's enough. They block here, 5, 10. Oh, no, it is! Let's go! Woo! All right. Everything they're doing still BS. I still hate all of it, but get wrecked, Vivi! Woo! Oh. That's all I ever wanted. That is all I ever wanted in this world. Oh my god, I feel so good right now. Oh. I could friggin' bust through my wall right now. This is the best. Today's the best day, you guys. All right, anyway.
We did the thing!
We did do the thing. Oh. All right, so I'm bringing in the Stormkeld Vanguard. We're going up to a playset of those. We're also going up to a playset of Stormbroods. We need all of the removal. All of it. Every last piece of removal. Embermouth Sentinel, I appreciate you. Get out. What else? We need to drop one other thing. I think I'm going to drop a Sagu Wildling. I'm not, or maybe not. One Fenrir? One Llanowar? Drop one Llanowar. That's dangerous. It's dangerous. Make no mistake, but we'll take it. Oh. Gaggers, that just become the Kool-Aid man? Kind of, man. Like, I mean, how do you see that game and respond with anything other than, oh yeah! Like, that's exactly what that is. All right. We got the starting time. We got the Dredger's Insight. We got all the other goodies in our hand. We'll figure it out. Let's go. I'm gonna keep this. Carnosaur. Love you, bud. Get out. All right. Yeah, no, sorry, it is it. No, Vivi is, and you know, we're playing Final Fantasy IX on the stream, when I'm able to, usually on Wednesdays, and Vivi's great. I love him. I love him so much. That character, I just want to hold him and let him know it's going to be okay. Like he is the best. He's the best. Yeah. But yeah, it's a shame that like that character of all characters is like the absolute terror that we hate in this game. It sucks. It's really depressing. Yeah, you lose. Yeah, no ban needed. Yeah. About that. I don't agree. Make hope. Okay, this is gonna go grab a Forista, and then we are going to Stormbrood the Mako. Because if they are allowed to keep any creatures online, they become too big and will kill us. So none of their creatures are allowed to remain online. Yeah. The BS continues. This could be enough to win the day. Like, this could be too much for us already. I hate being a negative Nelly poopy pants, but here we are. That said, we have the random encounter in hand. If we top deck a land and can rip this, and we got to survive this turn first, which is so not a given. Unless our opponent punts this, we're probably dead, because they're gonna be able to double tap with this thing. They get a second profs trigger here. What's that gonna go up to? 9? Yeah. So I'm at 3. We need to top deck an untapped land, preferably a red one. Yep. Nope. Yeah, Rastafari's what up? I do like a good pun. Yeah, this isn't going to be enough. They easily have this. What do you call a room in a dead space, Rastafari's? No idea. Yeah, so that was just... Honestly, that's the thing. Prophesied Memory is good enough to hold an entire standard archetype by itself. You don't need to add anything else to make that good, right? The fact that it also can support the most busted combo that Standard's seen in a minute, it's a shame. Like the bear to kill FOMO was the line. Basically I didn't have the adventure in my hand, I don't think. Or oh, you think coming off the dredgers? Oh, I didn't stop to think about that. You're right. You're right. That was an option. Yep, that was a missed opportunity. But yeah, Lawson, exactly. It is good enough without Vives. Yeah, you do not need Vivi for that deck to be strong. You don't. It just, once you add Vivi, it becomes like disgusting. It becomes overpowered nonsense. And I'm not a huge fan of overpowered nonsense, believe it or not. I understand if you don't believe it, for the record, I do. And feel free to be skeptical, that's fair. Alright. Probably should have grabbed Fenrir. But here we go. Bam, bam. You miss Curse of Silence? I see it literally every single time I think about Brawl. Therefore, I don't. I don't miss Curse of Silence at all. Yeah. Yeah, adequately powered nonsense. That's what we need. We need adequately powered nonsense. Not this shit. Like, this is egregious, in my opinion. Alright, this is going to enter, gain us some life, and be a blocker. And we're going to be able to hit the random encounter next turn, assuming we survive, which is far from a given. Yup. And then we need to get just... You know what? Having an extra 3 power in the air might be relevant coming off this random encounter, so let's hit it. Man, why couldn't you be one deeper? Or why couldn't you be in this? That was a full whiff. Yep. And we're dead. That was the best game one to the most anticlimactic finish. Yep. That is it deck is just so efficient. It's so cheap. Cards like Marauding Mako and Prophesied Memory cost damn near nothing and produce all of the stats. I mean, like, how is green supposed to compete when green's whole thing is that it has the big stats, right? That's its big value proposition. How does it compete against shit like this? Like, how? Anyway.